Okay, so now let us see the control key. So control key is playing very important role in the routing, whereas it defines many parameters. Okay, and how to see the control key, right? We'll see that later. But now, what are the parameters which are covered here? When you go to the page, you will see all these parameters with respect to the control key. So, for example, it is talking about scheduling. It is talking about capacity requirements. It is talking about cost, automatic goods receipt, inspection required, rework is allowed or not, printing confirmation, print time tickets, print and then schedule external operation, external processing, confirmation. Like this, various parameters are there. Now, first is called the scheduling. So if this indicator smart, the system schedule the operation using the operation time and the production order quantity. Which means if we want the particular operation has to be scheduled, then the control key selected for that operation should have this option selected. If it is not marked, system consider the operation is only for information, not for scheduling. Okay. Then determine the capacity requirement. For example, we have the operation and especially in production, which is critical to measure what is the capacity at least. So if you want to consider this as part of capacity calculation, then we have to select this tick mark, because routing, when we are creating, we are giving work center and also we are giving the control key. So when you select the control key, that particular control key should have all these options. If the control key is not having the option, then it will not do the capacity requirement, right? And we cannot use this capacity requirement without scheduling indicator activated, which means the prerequisite for this tick mark is scheduling. Then cost. Then cost of operation, whether it is required or not. That is again controlled through the control key here. And then automatic goods receipt. Automatic goods receipt means this is here, automatic goods receipt. So here, when you do the production order confirmation, because when you complete the production, we have to enter the production details in the system. During production details, whether the finished goods stock has to come automatically or not. If you do not put this here, then we have to do the goods receipt separately through a MIGO transaction, MIGO. But if you want to reduce this activity in the control key, we can do this. This is automatic goods receipt. And then there is an inspection required. Because here, if you want to do some inspection during the particular operation, and if you want to capture some results, this has to be activated. And then rework. If there is a rework which is occurring during this, how to calculate the yield based on this. So accordingly, we can select this rework. Okay. For the rework quantity entered in operation, no automatic GR will happen. Even though we activate goods receipt indicator, it must be posted manually. For example, if there is a rework which is generated, we have to post them manually only. So please, all these things, right, we have to explore. Even if I tell you, you cannot remember them. But what you have to remember is there are various options available here. That is what you have to remember. According to your requirement, you need to select them and practice them. So next is the print tickets. Like when the shop floor paper is printed from production order, then system uses indicator to determine whether the operation need to be included in the time ticket or not. This is to print the production order. Then print confirmation print. Here this is when the order is confirmed, right? Whether the confirmation details or the operations, these are all printed or not. That is also triggered using these check boxes. And then external processing. Just now we discussed, no? If you want to process one particular operation externally, then the control key has to be selected accordingly. The particular selected control key should have this external processing here, right? Here there are options. If it is blank, this is internally processed operation. If it is plus, it is externally processed operation. If it is X, means internally and external. So if a particular operation is performed outside the manufacturing premises vendor, we need to activate this indicator. So operation, the external processing will be scheduled based on the lead time entered in the operation. For example, if you enter one day or something like that, that will be used for the scheduling. If you want the system to ignore the lead time schedule as per standard values, activate the schedule external indicator. So there is a schedule external indicator that also we can use it. So there are options here. And then milestone confirmation. Milestone confirmation means, for example, when we confirm the preceding operation, when we confirm one production order, all the previous operations will be confirmed automatically. If this confirmation required is selected, operator will have to confirm the operation and relevant operation details. We can also restrict user not to enter operation details time of confirmation. We'll discuss this. Okay, I will show you whenever we're doing the confirmation of this production. See, the point is, don't get confused with the various options which are there. Which one is applicable, not applicable? These things initially itself you will not be able to understand quickly. The point what we need to understand here is, for the controlling the operations through control key, there are various options available. That's what you need to understand. One is the scheduling and capacity, then cost, then automatic goods receipt, then inspection options, rework options, printing options, then whether it is external or not, then how the confirmation has to happen. So these are the things you have to remember. And there are standard control keys which are defined in the system. This one, no, it will have all the tick marks which will be selected accordingly. For example, here PP01 is selected, it is having all the parameters. If I go to PP02, that will have different parameters. We will see them in system now. Okay. Now let me go to the system and show you some of the control keys here. Even if you are in the work center itself, the default values, if I put here and then go to the F4, see here, there are different control keys. Okay, there are different control keys. Now, if I select PP01 and then if I put the detailed information, system is showing for the PP01, it's automatically selected here, and it is described also here. No automatic goods receipt, but costing is required, printing is required, confirmation is required. So what is it telling? If I use this control key PP01, the scheduling will happen. Capacity again, I ask you, whenever we see these kind of detail, especially control key, right? Not only control key, but many other detail, but especially control key, go through the help option in system. See here how much details are given for this particular scheduling. This indicator specify that operation is scheduled. For example, quality management, plant maintenance, production planning, and different things are PP industries means what. So for us, no, this is the one. For us, this is the discrete manufacturing. This is for project systems. This is for PA. So note that the sub operations activity elements are scheduled in relation to the superior operation. Like this, different explanation is given here. If the operation is not set, then the operation phases are scheduled with duration 0, which means start and finish date respect to the finish date of previous operation, and you will not have any scheduling here. That is what now you have to consider here. That is when you are scheduling the operation. Planning will run, it will be based on the your metal master details. But when you go to the production order routing and all, your scheduling will happen with 0 value. See, these are the impacts. So all these things cannot be explained. Okay. And you need to go through this. For example, if some of you having idea of taking SAP certification and all, these are the kind of the points which will be tested in the certification. And if you are going to use these in your regular day-to-day activities, again, you can explore all these options. And then, for example, here, another one, no, this is the cost, okay, we discussed. Now the print confirmation, for example, if I put help, here it is specified that the production order, other things, the control key, the customizing printing confirmation slips is permitted for the order types. What are the order types? And then the confirmation tickets. Again, so like this, no, different options are there. And external processing, as I told, if it is blank external operation, plus means externally process operation, like this is there. And then confirmation, whether I want to do the regular confirmation or confirmation required, those options are there. This is for PP01. Now, if I go for PP19, F4, PP19, click on detailed information. See here now PP99, that options are there. Now the automatic goods receipt is triggered here. For example, during this operation, when I confirm, automatically goods will be received. But when I use this PP01, I don't have automatic goods receipt. So when in production happening, there are 4 operations. What we discussed now, cutting, fabrication, and all. During cutting, I am not getting a final product for the particular product. Okay. During fabrication, I don't get the product. But only during the final painting, I am going to get the product. So for the first 3 operations, I will be using this control key. But for the third final operation, I will be using this key where my automatic goods receipt will happen. Okay, and then they have control key selected for your this one. See again, this is the system which is used for like common things. They selected something specifically, and there is some configurations. I am not touching them. Just I am checking whether any external operation is there or not. There is no external operation here.
Sir, why be something we have external operation, sir? Why be? Come down. Why be?
This one?
Why be starts with come down, sir. It will come down. Yeah, it's YBP2.
Okay. Right, thank you. So YBP2, if you take, so it is telling, there is an external operation they selected. Okay, YBP2. So again here, capacity requirement is not there. Okay, they have only the scheduling there, cost. Again, this is not a proper configuration, again I can say. Okay, but like this we can select. So like this, different options are there. Depends on what we need. All these things are controlled by these parameters. So normally, what is used here, this PP, like this PP01. Many organizations they use here, it is PP02 or PP03, like that they use it. Okay. Now I will share you one more. Are you seeing my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will share you one of the other SAP.
Sir, I got one doubt in BoM when we display. Actually, CS13 it's like to display in a phantom BoM because last time you said like a phantom BoM which takes only the lower level of product.
No. It is not just it is not the meaning of phantom BoM or anything. It will be going to all the purchasing items. That's it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Because I'm just confused with the phantom because even in the purchased item, it display the lower level.
Right.
In the phantom also, you said to display the lower level.
Okay.
That's why I confused. Okay.
This is a different system. Okay. This is a different system. Don't think that I'm using it for that external, the course which I am taking. For that I'm using this system, which is more standardized system. See here, this is the PP01, where these things are okay. What the system we are using, it is same. But if we use here PP02, right, this is again standard settings actually. The PP02 is the external operation. Scheduling, cost, printing, then external processing, confirmations. And then there is a PP03, which is here for the automatic goods receipt. Is triggered here. Print. This is what we are going to use as that a PP99. This is how it was configured in our system. Then this is the one which is used for the rework purpose. So rework is triggered here. Like this, we can create. Then these are some of the control keys related to project schedule are there. There are some control keys which are related to quality are there. right? There are different process industry control keys are there. There are many control keys will be there. Okay. So see, these are all related to the quality inspection related control keys. The only thing is you need to explore which one is suitable for you. Accordingly, you have to use them. Okay. Right. Let me close this page now because you should not create.
Sir, maybe a silly question, but who takes that decision of selecting the routing process?
Selecting the
this control key process.
Control key, that is from consultant point of view, it is a production consultant. From the business point of view, it is the production execution who are in the shop floor. They take the decision.
Okay. Okay.
Along with the costing, because it involves costing also.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
So, sir, like suppose if I have to do a material master, or like I have to create a BoM and as well as the routing, we just get all of this information from production planning, right? Or the production
relevant people, we have to get it. One is that you have to get the input from costing, you have to get the input from shop floor production people. You have to sometimes know the timing and all you have to get from industrial engineering.
Achha, okay.
Because they say that no, for this product you need only this much time. You cannot go and put for a product which is going to take 10 minutes. You should not go and put 20 minutes and justify your delays or inefficiencies. They will say this is 20 minutes. That's what you have to use it. Then actually, if it is 40 minutes only, you have to explain why the 40 minutes. So
maybe I come back to the same point, not the same point, the scheduling and the determination of capacity requirement. If you activate that determination of capacity requirement, what it will do, sir, exactly?
To calculate the capacity.
Anyway, sir, we are giving the minutes, right, to do the in the operation.
Give it, but system has to do the calculation, no? You give these details, but the system has to do the calculation. For that, you have to activate this. Go and see the F1. These indicator specific capacity requirements are determined if assigned to the control key selected. If you do not do this, system will not do the capacity determination, even though you maintain the timing, everything there in the routing. So
okay,
it must be
it's
activated.
Like a formula.
It must be activated here. No, it is not formula. Formula, everything you would have defined. For example, what is the formula to be followed? You entered in the work center.
Yes,
in
sir.
that formula, what are the values you want to use? Those things you filled in the routing.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to give life to this. You are giving life through this indicator.
Okay, sir. Which will connect both, right? To determine.
Now connection is happened already through the work center and routing. Connection is happened.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now you created a skeleton in the work center. You formed the body with the routing. Now you have to give life to that. The life is given through this tick mark, the check mark.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Got it?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Another silly question, sir. What is difference between scheduling and the routing? What does mean? If you say I'm scheduling the routing, means what does it mean?
Routing is the sequence of operation. That's it. Maybe the question should be, what is the difference between capacity and the scheduling?
Yes, sir. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe I don't know how to put it in correct way.
Capacity is how much time I need. Okay. For example, fabrication, I need 30 minutes. This is my capacity I need. My fabrication, then painting, I need 40 minutes. This is my capacity I need. System will say that capacity is fine. If I don't do scheduling, system will say Same time, 6 o'clock start and do all these things at 6 o'clock only. I am calculating capacity, this capacity determination. Okay, I know, for example, I put 30 minutes and I'm going to use, for example, 100 pieces. So what is going to happen in these 100 pieces? Right? This is my time required for 100 pieces. So this is my capacity for 100 pieces. And all these things system will say, you can do at 6 o'clock itself. Unless if I have a schedule. But if I have a schedule, what will it say? 3000 minutes, you do at 6 o'clock. You start at 6 o'clock. Okay. Then do these 4000 minutes. Right? After these 3000 minutes. Which means this is what? This is 3000 minutes, what they are? This is divided by 60. So it means you have to start after 50 hours, which means next day, after 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock after 2 days, because after 24, after 50 hours, after 50 hours. Is it clear?
Sir, now it's very clear, sir. If you don't schedule, then both fabrication and painting will start in same time.
Same time.
There is no sense. There is no sense because first fabrication need to be done first and then we'll go for painting.
Correct.
So even in this case, you are saying like after 50 minutes, we can say like fabrication should start at 6 o'clock and my painting should start at 8 o'clock on the same day. Is it possible, sir?
Yeah. If your routing is like that, you can do. That's what, in the routing, when you're having some parallel activities, like this, the other options are there. One is that you complete everything, then you start the next activity. Other is you do some parallel activity. Maybe I do something, after some time I need to start. Both options are there, that you can do it.
Okay, sir.
These are the things you need to explore. You need to explore. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So this is the routing. Now, if you want to change anything in the routing, transaction is CS02. Okay. Transaction CS02. Then, okay. Now, while explaining the CS02, I am also coming here the component allocation change. Because we don't know, by default, components will be going to operation 10. Now you want to change the component allocation to different one. So for that, I select the particular operation here and then go to the component allocation here. Okay. And then what is happening? When I go to the component, select that particular component, press new assignment. When I press new assignment, what is happening? I have the default assignment will be showing here 0010. I have to change it to the.
Sir, sorry to disturb you, sir. Material assignment and component assignment are two different concepts, sir.
Correct.
Because even
metal assignment, you are assigning it to the routing itself to the material, finished product.
We can assign only the finished products, not other product.
No. The metal assignment is you are assigning the particular routing itself to that particular product. That is metal assignment.
Okay.
Component assignment is in that particular product, there is a BoM. In BoM, you have some 5-10 components. By default, all these components would have been assigned to the particular first operation. And I want to change them to the second operation or third operation. That is what you are doing in the component allocation.
Okay, sir. Material assignment is for the finished product or product at the end of the BoM.
Yes.
Component assignment, it's on the component of the BoM. Okay, sir. It's clear, sir.
Right. So now I am taking.
So in case of the external production, we allocate the material assignment.
So we'll see that. External operation we'll discuss because that is a little bit a different concept. We'll see them later.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So now this assignment is showing as a 0010, right? So now what is happening? I select it and change it from 0010 to another operation. Like that I can fill it, right? Reassign. Then automatically, if I want to put it 20, I can put 20 here. If I want to put 30, I can put 30 here. Like that I can change it. Then is a display.
One more question, sir. In the operation, for example, let's take manufacturing of food product like yogurt. We are manufacturing. So after mixing milk with that yeast or something, we want to keep it some wait time, right? Like 4 hours, 6 hours. So the milk and that mixture will converted into yogurt. So that waiting time also we can give in as an operation, or we need to wait the minimum wait time, queue time, like so many we add, right, sir? There we want to give. Which place we, as in a separate operation or in the operation itself, we want to give the waiting time.
Very good.
How it we can proceed, sir?
No, very good, very good. This is a very good point you are doing it. If that particular waiting and all, if you are using some specific cold room or specific container or specific work center, then you create the work center and assign the operation so that you can capture the cost, because it incurs some cost, right? To store in place or to store in a vessel or to store in some frozen zone, it need it. But if it is not that kind of thing, but it is just some 1 hour waiting or something in front of some packaging machine or this one, and it is part of that particular packaging machine, you will use a queue time. It depends what kind of resource is getting utilized.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. It's clear, sir. Thank you. It when doesn't involve any cost, so costing, accounting, we can go in the minimum queue time. When it involves some charge, some costing, then we want to create as a work center and assign to the routing.
Correct, correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is one parameter. Maybe if you need other some parameters, where you want to monitor the criticality, or in the waiting, there are some people involved. There are many things, right? If you see those things, because in industry level production means the activities will be different. So there, if you want to have this heating or cooling or those things, then you need to put them as a different work center.
Okay, sir. Actually, right now we are into the watch manufacturing. What they say, first watch, when they found first watch in a model, they will do a testing for 500 hours. So they want to include that 500 hours as an operator, or they want to do some waiting 500 hours as an testing phase. So we are not sure. I have given waiting time, sir, but waiting time, it always include at the end of the operation. I'm not a very talent to say the business how to do it. So we said to PP consultant, this is the way we can do it from APO point of view, but I don't know how it will be done in the PP point of view. So I want to make clear. So I will try both in my system, and I will let you know, sir.
Yeah,
how
sure.
It will come.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
500 hours means after completing the 500 hours only, they will produce the second watch.
No, sir. Actually, they will produce the head of the watch. Actually, that dial, what you say, dial, and they will send it for some testing. For we have a machine. They put the watch, and the watch will be in the rotating for 500 hours. And then they will take and they will put the bracelet and the final that crown where we change the times, right?
Is it for
Everything
every
they
watch?
will do after that. What, sir?
Is it for every watch they do this?
No, only for the first 10 watches, because the first 10 watches will not go for the sale. It for like CEOs and for the shop where they will do the photo shoots, and they will for the display they will use. First 10 watches,
then
and after that they don't do 500 hours.
Then when do you start this remaining production?
Soon after the 10 they test display, they will start it, sir. Soon after They will keep it for display, and within a month they will start next production continuously.
Okay, this can also treated along with the quality also. This is called a first piece inspection. So the first piece inspection, they can do this separately and keep it there. Then you can start the production order separately. So you don't need to bring it as a part of the production, but it's part of the quality inspection also you can bring, because these are all actually quality inspection.
But in the planning, we need to plan for the first 10 products
that is
also,
okay.
sir.
That you can put. Only thing you have to treat them as a first piece. You have to involve both PP and QM. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So now this is the display of BOM. Again, put all the details. You can see them. And if you want to do any mass change in the routing, you can do this with this transaction called CA85. For example, I want to do particular work center. I have 100 products. I have the routing. In this 100 products, one particular work center is getting used. But now I am going to replace this work center with another work center because of some improvement in shop floor or something like that. Then I can use this option, CA85. There are various options there. You can explore them. Then if you want to delete the routing, so there is a deletion flag which is on the individual routing, but we can also do here through this transaction called CA98. Also, we have various options of materials also to enter that. Okay. Right. So this is the routing. Now, let me go to the next topic, which is called the production version. Right. Production version.
Before we go to production version, I have one more question, sir. Where I worked in the process industry, discrete, I don't know, beauty products like shampoos, everything. What is that industry, sir? Process industry, right?
Cosmetics. Fast-moving consumer goods.
Like that, they do the setup matrix in the routing, sir. I never understand that. But why didn't we see that setup matrix?
No, setup matrix
in the routing
when you
itself.
start the production, you need to set the machine properly first. It's not that you can start the machine immediately, because there is, for example, if you take two products, like if you take perfume, if you are mixing it in one vessel, right, it is having some one perfume smell, right? Then the same vessel, you want to discharge it and mix another perfume. Can we do it immediately?
No, sir. We want to clean it.
That cleaning, then you have to wash it, then you have to apply some processing. All these things are, no, you are setting this vessel for next operation. So that is called the setup time. You are setting that work center to start the next production. This is in the case of perfume. In case of machineries, mechanical industries like a watch and all, if you are producing one brand of watch that is having some small dial, but the same machine can produce big dial also, but you have to do some changes in the machine, the settings. That is called setup time. So this is what is consuming a lot of time in the manufacturing. Like, no, they want to produce big lots. Instead of producing 50 watches, they want to produce 500 watches or 1000 watches one stroke, so they can reduce this changeover time. Like perfume also, instead of producing 100 liters, no, now I produce this lavender perfume for 100, then rosy perfume for 100, means every time I have to keep changing. Instead of that, if we produce 10,000 liters of lavender continuously, I can do without any change. So it means my changeover cost is reducing, my efficiency is improving. So manufacturing people will try always to do the big batches. These are the concepts we discuss as part of the CSCP and the MSME supply chain course. Okay, the setup time. This is where the setup time will be mentioned.
Matrix, sir, setup matrix.
That is what the same thing, no? See, what I'm telling is a perfume cleaning or machine cleaning. Like that, matrix also you have to fix it.
Okay, sir.
For example, matrix means it is maybe used for some creating some impression or something like that. If you use this same impression, you cannot use the same impression for another product. You have to remove this matrix and fix another matrix. It will not be done just like that. It may need, you have to remove this matrix. It will take some half an hour. Then you have to maybe adjust some of the settings there. Then fix the new matrix. If it take 4 hours or 5 hours, then that I have to capture. That is called setup time in the matrix.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Now coming to the production version, now we discuss, right? This is the point we discussed. The metal can be produced with 2 different BOM, or they can be produced with 2 different routing. The example which I told, the metal can be packed with a manual packing metal where we use the pouches, or we can pack with the machine packing, which is the packing rolls also. So when I use pouch or roll, I'm using different BOM. When I use manual packing, I am using one work center. When I am using machine packing, I am having another work center. So my work center is changing, my BOM is also changing. In that case, I need to have 2 production version. Okay, this is where I will link that particular routing up to 500 to that particular BOM. Then the routing with more than 500 with another BOM. Through production version only I am doing it. Okay. So now production version is created through transaction called C223. This is the production version. And here, when I see the material, for example, gear motor, right? Any product, any in-house production item or subcontracting item, production version is required. Any in-house production item or subcontracting item, production version is required. So for the particular item, the production version is there or not, I can see in MRP4 view. When I go to MRP4 view, we saw that the indicator, version indicator. This version indicator cannot be selected. Okay, Sigmund asking, he was asking that assembly indicator is not we cannot select. No, I told him that when you create the next BOM, it will create the tick mark automatically. It will get linked. The same thing here. When you create production version, the tick mark will come automatically in this metal master. So once you complete version indicate production version creation, you come back and see here, then version indicator will be here. And then you are having this production version, you create it, no, go to the metal and give it, enter it. And then you have to enter this particular material. And then what is the version name, version 001. Here you have to put what is the validity of this production version. Again, we use the same validity here. The lot size, for example, if I put this is the product which I am going to have the production version 1 for 1 to 500, means I have to fill the 1 to 500 here. 1 to 500 here. And then here I have further details here where the BOM details will be there, routing details will be there. I have to fill those BOM and routing details. Then
sir, again one more question, sir. Even in the material master, we are filling lot size, and also routing we are filling lot size, which will take priority, sir. So routing the work center we are filling. Sorry, work center we are filling lot size from 1 to 99999.
No, work center also we are not filling. We are filling only in the routing. In work center, where do we fill the lot size?
Not work centers. In routing, sir. In routing, we will fill.
That's what we are discussing now. Please hold on.
Yes.
Okay. That's what we are discussing now. Okay. So now I have this version 1, where version 1 is for what? For manual packing. Here I put the lot size 1 to 500. This 1 to 500 I would have used in the routing. So I have to refer that particular BOM and the routing. Now the time is less than 1 minute. Let me stop here. Then we'll restart again after 5 minutes.